Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Triaxx2. At the moment, I'm just getting ready to recharge my armored jetpack. Oop, stop that. You go in there. Between episodes, I built a wireless charger, which is exactly what it says it is. It's a charger that just wirelessly recharges all of my tools. I ran into a bit of a problem. Let me check. Are you recharged now? Yes, you are. Okay, so the problem that I ran into was I came over here to check out my charcoal, and there wasn't any. So this was, yeah, you can see this is completely empty. He's very slowly refilling it. I think he may need a strength upgrade. I think that guy needs a strength upgrade as well. You can take him. Matter of fact, I should probably go make those. Right, check the thumb knock on. Thank you very much. I think Earth is... No, stop that. A little bit laggy at the moment, I'm not quite sure why. Fire is... Oh, nope. Earth is the strength one, okay. Yeah, I think I've got the stuff I need to do that. I am running a little low on gold at the moment. The quarry has not quite reached gold level, and yeah, so I've got way more gold nuggets than this many gold ingots suggests that I should have. I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. I do have a couple. I don't need that many, I just need two. And I also made myself an experience obelisk, so I can just dump off my XP, and okay, I have enough earth, although I'll change into that anyway. There's my gold nuggets, which means that the train got there before the I did go and find some more diamonds. Just my typical shaft mining, just punch a 3x3 hole. I'll show you why there's a refinery there in a minute. Oop, nope, not what I wanted to do. Here, you guys get out of the way. This refinery is here because, well, with my charcoal there, I realized that I've been relying on it pretty heavily. I've been using it for power in the main base there, in addition to the supplementary lava. I've actually been using it all the way over here for power, both for the train and for the logistics system here. Now, if you listen, you can't hear that, and the reason is because the logistics system is now hooked up with a power monitor. I think I can see it from here. No. Yeah, you can see it just there. There's a capacitor bank, and when it reaches 75% full, excuse me. Sorry. When it reaches 75% full, it will actually words. I can speak them. Oh, and it's up on the surface. But basically it waits until it's 75% drained, then fires up the engines and recharges. So it's not constantly burning coal. Here it is. And you. Right, so I still need to finish off this warehouse, but at the moment what I've done is head over this way, and yep, here comes the train, so I don't want to stand there. Yeah, I did mention that I upgraded to a second flux card. Oh, bugger. Oh, I also, well, as long as I'm here, I should upgrade these golems. Get one, and come here, you little bugger. You get one. He's also got spectacles, so he can go farther and get items, but I've also upgraded this so that when a tree gets replanted, the other saplings will actually go into the arcane alembic here, and this is actually completely packed full. There's no more room, but it's also fueling a lamp of growth, which is speeding up the trees, and so we're slowly making a gain on the amount of charcoal we need. If I do have translocators, so I could have used those instead of this. Up till now, I hadn't actually had a supply of the ender pearls I need to make them, and now I do. Right, so if we go out this way, and it's not on me right now, it's in my railcraft bag. I shouldn't be standing on the train tracks while doing this. I made a couple of routing tables, and some golden railway tickets, and some routing detectors. I also made, if I can find it, a routing switch motor. We'll set this up quickly while we're here. So if we go off this way, the train will be coming on that track, so I can run down this track. For whatever reason, every train I've set up has ended up with the left side being the outgoing track, and I'm not sure why. I mean, I'm in the U.S. I should be running from the train instead of being completely safe because it's not running straight at me. Yeah, zombie, I hear you. There's caves in throughout this hill, but none of them meet the tracks, so there's nothing they can do to me. I do have steak. Right, so I came out this way because, aha, you can just see it loaded there. There's an oil well and now an oil rig around it. Well, I say oil rig, and I haven't made the pump for it. But at the moment, what I need to do is get more power. And not because I strictly need more power. Oh, that's right, because this is the far end. If you have these books and they're identical and you right-click them, you can actually set them up so that they will automatically. Right. I have not typed this sort of thing on this new keyboard. Let's see. Oil loading. No, that's silly. Oil fuel. And as long as you match the case and the grammar, you'll be able to have, so that when the train comes through, as long as it's called oil arrow fuel, it will be shunted off onto this line and run down here. Oop, a little bit of lag there, and then bump the mouse. Great, brilliant. I am so good at Minecrafting. But I'm gonna have to set up a pump up there, and it will basically run down and suck up all this oil and this oil, and it just makes a loop here. And it's not a big loop. Now it is a big loop because I don't want my trains to get stuck. Amusing note: if you have a locking, boarding, whatever track too close to a corner, your train will end up going in the wrong direction. There's no way to prevent it. I specifically asked Covert Jaguar, the mod author, about it, and he says that the best thing to do is make sure there's not a corner anywhere near your train, anywhere near your holding track, which is perfectly sane advice. I also changed out the trains so that they both have regular world anchors rather than the personal anchor. The I actually had a pair of them that I had made at some point, spending 4 diamonds to no apparent purpose, and they were set up to. Yeah, they were just sitting. They were even in carts. I don't remember what I wanted to do with them to begin with, but now there's one on the quarry train and one on the uh, oil train, or what will soon be the oil train. I haven't had to go back to the end for more pearls yet. I did get the dragon's egg. I don't remember if I showed that, but and here comes our train. My intention is eventually to set up fluid processing in the outer woods, or oil processing in the outer woods, and then oil storage in some other section, in some other area, probably in the snow island south of the Farmcraft area, which is a bit of a long way to go just to store the fluids, but at the same time, it's just more reason to have a train. And that's really the whole purpose of what we're doing, is to have trains. This is before. Okay, I still have not reached the turn out there to head south and north, so I still have not. Still have not set that up. Still have not. Okay, we want to go. No, we don't want to go over there. We want to go in here because we're not. All right. Anyway, but first things first. In order to get out there, we need to have everything set up here so that we're actually both making gains and that we have all the power we need. I kept dying, and that's why I set up the experience obelisk, which is numpad 3 to show off a recipe if you don't know. But it's just an experience rod, and it's 5 solarium and an energetic alloy, and then the machine frame, which is still a lot of gold. And I don't know where all my gold has. Sneaking suspicion. I know what's happened to all my gold. It starts with logistics and ends with pipes. Because they don't. Okay, well, you guys are in the wrong thing anyway. And no, odd. Yeah, go in there. The gold coins are properly ore dictionary to golden nuggets, but they do not always go where they're supposed to, and that's a flaw with storage doors and logistics pipes. Logistics pipes can see all this stuff, but it occasionally does not respect ore dictionarying properly, and so it will see an open space first instead of. So to see this open space, it'd send the stuff here instead of sending it to this, which is the ore dictionary, because these do actually unify ores. But as you can see, I'm getting a lot of. I've got 6 stacks of iron ore and 3 stacks of copper, native copper. Although I believe those are ore dictionary together. See, I got the other type of copper here someplace. Aluminum ore. Oh, aluminum ore, right. I should have the other type of copper. Who's making funny noises? But you can hear that the logistics pipe power thingy has kicked on. Right. I'm not as smart as I think I am. Hang on. I say this because I'm wandering around looking at the warehouse manually instead of going back over here and right-clicking this and searching copper. Okay, so oil. Alright, so it is properly ore dictionarying to just the one type of copper. So it's just native copper ore. Excellent. Yeah, I did show that off. I had to upgrade this to a... Come on. Get off the ladder. Thank you. 1 second. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this feeds into a chest, which feeds into that. I actually added a... Let me go. Thank you. Oop, not you. Speed upgrade here, so it pulls items faster. So it now should be able to pull 8 at a time instead of just 4. No, we're going up the ladder. Thank you very much. What else have I done? Not really much other than the wireless thing. Slice and splice it was there last time. Alright, so now what we need to do is actually build some compression dynamos. Helps when you can spell. So building compression dynamos is lots of tin and some silver. They aren't terribly expensive, excuse me. Let's see. The best thing to do would actually be to go up here and replace this bank of hobbyist steam engines with a bank of compression dynamos. Oop, let's stop with the lag, thank you very much. Then I could do my oil processing and have just oil delivered and have that run straight into the dynamos. I actually have another cart set up like these guys with the elevator tracks and have it come up and pour oil into my, or fuel into my system. That actually sounds like a good idea. I'll eventually want to switch to flux carts, but flux carts, their loaders are way more expensive than just the little bit of stuff for a fluid loader or fluid unloader. Yeah, this is a whole lot cheaper than the I don't remember the exact recipe for it. Let's go over here real quick. I should probably make boots of the traveler, but I just like throwing myself around with the sword. But yeah, this nope, wrong numpad button. Yeah, 5 blocks of redstone's not bad. The lead blocks aren't bad. The detector advanced is horrible. 8 steel and a pressure plate. Ugh. Yeah, so what we need are some compression dynamos, and how many... I think if I go from the, what is it, 7 up here? Yeah, 7 hobbyist steam engines to 4 compression dynamos, I should be able to not only clean all this up a little bit, but also way out produce those. So let's see, 10 ingots. Let's see. So every 4 is... Oop, wrong button. So that's 5 years. So that's 5 years. And then 12 times 4, that's the 3 in the middle. And you know, we'll just get out a stack of redstone. Stupid mosquitoes. And silver. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be enough to net me everything I... Oop, bump the mic again. Ah. I am so brilliant at Minecrafting. Yep, I am. so right. Sorry, Iron Man 3's on in the background, and War Machine just tapped on Tony Stark's head, which is hilarious. Or on the head of Iron Man's suit, I should say. Oop. Grab you. Grab you. And 4. Alright, so anyway, the train is parked over here, the oil train. And I'm let the tin melt while we talk about this. Now, this is your basic average steam locomotive. I'll actually move this back there and then give it a nudge into the... Thought I saw something moving. Must have been my imagination, or a spider. Anyway, so you saw our destination. If we take a ticket and right click it, it starts with destination filled in. So if we oil fuel and click done. So now we can just shift that in there, and this gives us the destination of oil to fuel. So this will go onto this track and run around and go out and off to the oil out there. And I'm gonna go back in the house because it's getting dark. Am I still in? Oh, I'm in normal mode. Okay. Anyway, it'll go off to the oil fuel thing and fill up, and then turn around and come back. And I'm gonna have to set up a station for it to peel off from the main line and dump off its oil. And oops. Oh, I need to go back upstairs. The words, they fails me. Oops. Oh, here we go. Let's jump off here. Did I have a second? No, I didn't. Okay. So if I basically just sit here and pour gears while I talk about this. So basically I want that train to go out and come back and dump fuel off in here and... Oh, no, why did you... Right. There we go. So basically I want that train to go out and pick up fuel and bring it back here and have it refined and immediately used not only to continue refining itself, but stored for the train, for a second train, or minecart in this case, tank cart, to come and pick up and fuel my house with. With that in mind, I need some station, and I need actually at the moment a place to put it all. It may end up outside. 3. Yep, I can't count. We need another 8 tin. Alright, so we'll take this, and put this in here, and we get 3 compression dynamos. We'll get the other one next. Come up here. Let's see, 2, 3, and 4. And yep, 4? Oh, that's right, because I did that on purpose. Duh. Let's see, so... There we go. Okay, so this will fill with so that will fill with water, and as soon as I get... Alright, so these can actually fill from the side. You can actually put in an augment Um, augment. I think it's this one. No. Yeah, that's kind of pointless. Transmission coil ducting. Essentially means you can put water in and out the front of the dynamo. I don't see any use for that. Although, I guess you could say so that you could run water or fluid or fuel or whatever in through the same place and then just hide everything behind facades. But everything's now all set up so that all I have to do is pump fuel in, and I'd actually just run a fluid line along here and have all the power I could possibly need. I don't remember the exact. You know what? I think if I do this and then fuel and hold shift. Yeah, 60 RF a tick for 25,000 ticks. 1 bucket of fuel. That's massive, and that's without. Oh, that's Ender IO rocket fuel? Oh, rocket fuel's expensive. I forgot about that. This is redstone and gunpowder. Basically, what you need is a witch spawner and possibly a witch and creeper spawner. Diffa from Hermitcraft did one, and he had witches and creepers in, and he was using Minecraft reloaded conveyor belts to push them off, and then they drop and die. And he had an absolutely massive setup. And this is just biofuel and sugar. Well, sugar I got. Sugar, not only do I have, but sugar I can mass produce if I were to simply put a couple of conduits on those aviaries and let the valiant bees self-feed, and they would just continue to produce sugar forever. I might do some, might do some rocket fuel later. But these options, that's their base. So 160 RF per tick for 7,000 ticks is a lot. I can't do the math offhand. Let me grab my calculator. No, hang on, let me grab my phone real quick. We're almost at the end of the episode, so hopefully having this. Where's my calculator? My calculator is here. So, 160 times 7000 is 1.12 million RF per tick. Yeah, that's quite a lot versus 60 for, what is that? That's 25,000. 4 million RF per tick. So yeah, the fuel bucket is actually better. Although redstone is the only part of the rocket fuel that is not a renewable resource, and in theory you could simply capture a witch and use an Ender IO powered spawner to get redstone. Yeah, so that's my plans for the future, and I'm still continuing to build the railway out into. Oh, I know what that marker is. That's the cliffs remove. But we'll see that one, because once I have the rail all built and see if anybody has any ideas for the rail turn. I have an idea of my own. Is that there's a hole in the. Okay. Yeah, if anybody has any interesting ideas for the turn, I will see about that. Oh, excuse me. It's almost time to go to sleep. Very late at night, it's the only time I can actually record without people yapping in my ear constantly or interrupting or screaming at the TV. So, not late night it is. But once I reach the turn and then head off to the processing, which I know I have a waypoint for it. It's turn that on. Yeah, it's 3,000 blocks. It's 3,000 blocks as the crow flies. It's not that far from the turn, but the turn is a hilariously long distance away. And did we make any more track? I wonder. Excuse me. Oops. No. What are we missing? We're missing creosote oil. Of course we are. Sorry. Yeah, so... Oh. I've found I can make obsidian in here. All I have to do is... stick the... Oops. Get the fluid in somehow, and so this tank and this pressurized fluid conduit just make that... easy. Okay, I've gone over time now. I'm going to work out where I want... Yeah, we'll just call for some oak wood, and I can throw it in there, and it'll make more charcoal and make creosote oil at the same time. Alright, I'm going to work out where I want to build my oil thingy. I'll probably pack up the infusion altar, because that whole thing can be shipped down to the Minecraft area, which you can't see. I can't see it, so you can't see it. I can't read it. Oh, there's my tin. I'll go throw that in. But let me out. Let me out. And yeah, so I'll pack that all up. Probably pack that all up and throw it on a train. I'm going to be building myself a private train, and I will have at least 3 locomotives on it. And it will be hideously overpowered, but it will also be able to get me very far away places very, very quickly. Alright, like I said, way over time now. This has been Modded Minecraft with Triaxx2. I'll see you guys next time.